it's a very toxic environment, and I've gotten a lot of DMs saying that if you try to grab me, I'd fucking break your wrists.
Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't stop me. You can't stop me now. Oh, way too cool.
So George, we'll talk about other things, but I want to open up by saying that I'm sorry.
It starts off okay. It starts off fine. He does apologize. He does say, I am sorry. He does say the word sorry at least, which is something that Mike did not do. Does that mean anything? No, because then he tries to claim that he doesn't remember anything. We will get into that here in a second as well.
So, I usually do podcasts in my ecosystem, right? So it's like, I know the rhythms and I know what I can and can't.
In Chicago?
Yeah, your mom.
It's funny.
Oh my God, hi.
Hi.
On the hit comedy show Mad TV, and
you
most
so much.
recently appeared on NBC's Comedy Animal Practice.
It got canceled. After 3 episodes, they canceled it.
You can see him this weekend at the Addison Improv. Please welcome Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee!
I'm so sorry. Can I say that on TV? I'm so
Bobby,
sorry.
let's talk about your hair. Can we talk about...
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
What is it with the Addison Improv guys with
The
Courtney?
comedians at Addison Improv, I
They
don't know
love
what
you.
it is.
No, you're beautiful too, but you're over there.
I'm sitting over here. There's a
You're over
reason-
there, and I just want to do.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Say, and generally, everything, is, people are pretty open to, they know who I am, right? But with you guys, I didn't know, so and also it's a huge platform. So I was like super nervous. So, I tend to get bullyish.
As you can also see, he tries to blame the fact that he's nervous and that he's it's such a big thing. He's never done it before. It's something that was just too big for him. Even though he's been doing comedy since the early 2000s, he's been in big projects, movies, other podcasts, bigger media, even news outlets. As we have seen before with the news anchor lady that was being harassed and being told to forcibly take the fucking seat with him sitting in between him and the other guy. This is kind of fucked up. It's messed up and it should not be allowed. We shouldn't forgive this.
So when number one, I do so many podcasts, I don't even remember what I said or did or didn't do. I remember moments. And also secondly,
so if this guy has Alzheimer's, how the fuck does he have a career? Because he wants to apologize about it. He says, I'm sorry, but then says he does not remember grabbing George Janko and proceeds to be shown different. Start out wholesome. It does start out pretty decent with them messing around, playing around. But if you'll notice, though, George Janko's girlfriend is not there, and we will discuss that in a little bit. But that is due to the fact that apparently George Janko felt uncomfortable, so told his girlfriend to go to the gym. I'm saying what he wanted to say out loud, because we all know it. But he said it was due to the fact that he was scared that Bobby Lee would be too mean or funny to her. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. But we all know what he actually meant. Let's get back into it.
When you walked off the set, I literally was confused by it. I don't know the drama behind the podcast. I know that you had written this speech.
I wish I had writers for it.
Right? And you know what I mean? I thought the comedy instinct was to say that it was like boring or whatever, and I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And the third thing is that, and I truly don't remember, and it is on brand, but I don't remember ever trying to touch you. But if I did that, I literally don't remember, but if I did that, I'm sorry.
Okay, so now this goes back into my statement earlier. What kind of class 4 dementia motherfucker are you to where you cannot remember touching somebody thousands and thousands of times, even to the point where you touched him on the cheek, looked him dead in his eye. And then there's actually parts of it where even whenever Logan Paul edited it out, that he was covering up his nuts because the guy kept grabbing his junk. This is some shit that we should not be putting up with no more, and celebrities need to be held accountable. That's part of the reason why I'm glad that like the whole Diddy situation has happened and a lot of other situations have came out, because this shit is fucked what celebrities do. Like the whole Kanye West, I don't even know why I've got these on. Like the whole Kanye West party ordeal that happened a while back was fucked up, where he had women laying on the tables topless with like food on top of them. Shit like this is just not fucking normal. What the fuck is wrong with us as a people and as a society where we let this shit happen? To men, to women, to kids, to anything alike. Even to the point where we have issues. I know this is going to piss a lot of people off, but we have issues with fucking identity. We should not be teaching kids this shit. I'm just stating what I feel is absolutely true. Let them make that shit up as an adult. Don't let them make that shit up as a fucking kid. But the fact of the matter is, it ruins them, it ruins their body, because there's a lot of medical stuff that you're messing with there. And it's not right. Like, morally, not politically, I'm not going in that kind of direction. I'm talking about morally, it's not correct. This shit right here is morally not correct. Why are we letting him do this? And we're sitting here and George Janko is laughing along with him, backpedaling. Is something wrong here? Like, are they looking to boost their careers using one another? This is fucking terrible. This apology is absolutely terrible. And I hope to God George Janko knows what the fuck he's doing.
When you walked off the set, I literally was confused by it. I don't know the drama behind the podcast. I know that you had written this speech.
I wish I had writers for it.
Right? And you know what I mean? I thought the comedy instinct was to say that it was like boring or whatever, and I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And the third thing is that, and I truly don't remember, and it is on brand, but I don't remember ever trying to touch you. But if I did that, I literally don't remember, but if I did that, I'm sorry.
Before he gets into this backpedaling, let's talk about something real quick. Notice how mainly they're focused on being adherent, meaning that they're talking around the situation and not actually addressing it. And it's kind of fucked up, because like him sitting there trying to brush it off saying, I don't remember touching you. I don't remember grabbing you. I know damn well there's actually a part where he said that he does not remember even pulling down his pants.
You can look it up. Look it up.
Let me smell your armpits right now.
No, not right now. That's weird.
Yeah, but
look
shoving
it
your
up.
balls and making me smell that isn't weird.
I didn't do that.
You did in the very beginning of the podcast.
Where?
On Impulsive.
That's later on. But he says he don't even remember doing that and shoving his fucking balls in the dude's face. I know you remember that, because it took a lot of fucking effort, because you stood the fuck up, got in the way, and then pulled down your pants, and then got like...
Good news is these girls are gonna say hi to it. What's up, ladies? They don't all look like that, ladies.
right here to the microphone. So way everybody could understand what the fuck he was saying, which is hella fucked. We need to let that shit sit there, and he needs to face the consequences for this. His career, they're focused on the career aspects of it, on salvaging his career.
Wow. He just did this, didn't he? Yeah. Wow. Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's be serious. Bobby,
this is a different side to you, dude. You really got to make me mad.
Bobby,
Yeah.
I knew exactly who you were. And I said this on the episode with Mike, and I'll say it again in front of you. Oh, I do appreciate your apology. if it was me and you and we were just messing around and we were like having a podcast and you kept grabbing me because I know your comedy, I wouldn't be bothered by it. I know who you are, I know your comedy, I've seen your podcast. What bothered me on that episode was my friends weren't being friends.
Okay, now that goes back to the whole Logan Paul ordeal. So Logan Paul came out with a video talking, actually lying about the net worth that they had made. He technically made $315,000 in the course of 4 years, because technically he was an unpaid intern for the first 2 years and only getting paid for the last year and a half of work. So this goes back again to the fact that a lot of this shit is just fucked up, and Logan Paul, technically he was working as an intern. That's the reason why the whole secondary podcast, the George Janko show, had started, was because he made $5,000 in the span of roughly the whole month, and he had an expenses, mortgage, and everything like that of upwards of $10,000, which is why the George Janko show was started, was so that he could build up a little bit more income and sponsors to be able to pay for his monthly expenses. That's fair. But what Logan Paul doesn't tell you is that technically he worked for the first 2.5 years for free, only getting paid for about a year and a half worth of the work, which was $315,000. So if you technically want to put that, he worked for less than $100,000 a year for the course of 4 years. If you do the math, 315,000, divide that by 48, it comes out to a little bit up under $100,000, about 70 to 80,000. So with that into consideration, Logan Paul is just a habitual liar and cannot stand up for what he says. That's also a reason why he clipped this, to not show the actual expenses part where he was explaining, okay, well, this month he made $5,000. So Logan Paul and Mike, along with Bobby Lee, are both unintegritized people. They have no fucking integrity, no grounds, and are just liars. Look how
Didn't
quickly
back you.
George
They didn't
Janko
back me,
forgets
bro.
him. If you
They saw
think
that I was
somebody
actually
grabbed my
going through
fucking
things and
dick,
they
I'm not
stepped
gonna
on
knock
me
them
when
the
I was
fuck out,
down.
go to
And
jail. Hell
it
yeah,
just
I will
felt like I
happily
wasn't in a
take
place
the
where the
bail.
people around me wanted
If
me
I'm
to
on a
succeed.
podcast, you can
I
grab my shit.
apologize that you kind of got caught.
And I don't care what
in
my
this whole
boss would be
drama
saying
that
either,
we
because
were
I'd
all
punch him
put
right in the
into.
throat
But I
for
just
not
want to let you
defending
know,
me, but
before,
instead
after,
trying
and
to
during,
put
I'm a
him
fan
to
of
put
you,
his
man.
dick
I
in
really
my
am. I
face.
like your
You're gonna
comedy.
make me- you're gonna make me cry.
Secondly, I would be suing out of the motherfucking ass for sexual harassment, sexual assault, and predatory action of the workplace. That is fucked.
No, I really
Because
am, bro. I
what
really
they're
am.
doing
Yeah,
is they're
thank you.
basically
And
letting
let's
Bobby
just
Lee,
put
if
it
he will
behind
do
us.
this on
Yeah.
camera, imagine what he's doing to people
Let's,
off camera. That's the
work
reason why I
together
don't put
in the
no
next
doubts in
few
my mind
years.
about the whole Hello Kitty t-shirt story. If you watched the last one where I talked about that, and then there was a whole ordeal about it with Theo Vaughn for his abrasive comedy, is what I've been actually told that it's called. The technical term was abrasive comedy. Comedy that gets in your face, makes you feel uncomfortable. That's not fucking comedy. If you grab somebody's junk, that is sexual assault, and that's that.
You know, I'm going to get out of the business at one point.
Why?
Especially podcasting. It's a very toxic environment, and I've gotten a lot of DMs saying that if you try to grab me, I'd fucking break your wrists.
Even in retrospective, I can't help but fucking laugh about that. I get a bunch of DMs saying, if you touch me, I'll break your fucking wrist. Well, that's what you get. Because, buddy, you're putting yourself in a position of being an influencer. That's the reason why I'm very cautious, and I watch a lot about what I say and do. Because even if it's 100 people, or in his case, 2-3 million people, I can't remember. I think his channel's got like 3.59 million. You have to watch what you're doing, because the word influencer is there for a reason. You're influencing people. They don't know it. Subconsciously, they don't know it. Subconsciously, they do at the same time. It's a weird thing, but you are the influence. That's the reason why a lot of rappers are considered bad influences because of what they rap about and what they sing about. That's the reason why I'm very selective about the music my daughter listens to, the movies my daughter's watching, because everything influences you as a person. That's what determines you as a person. What do you watch? If you spend your whole childhood playing bullshit and watching hoes and porn and stuff, then you're probably just going to be a worthless person.
Like 20 of them. You know what I mean? Bro, try to, which I don't even remember doing. And I was like, kind of, I didn't even know what the fuck it was for a while until I went, did I? I don't remember, but.
I actually, it's so funny.
And I asked my assistant to look it up, and she's like, I didn't see that. You know what I mean? And I was just like, oh.
Here. I was going to go into this whole, like, retaliation.
Okay, and again, I don't know why I keep starting with that, but like I was saying, this goes back to what I was talking about with the whole him acting like he doesn't remember what's going on or what happened, unless you have the world's fucking quickest memory loss I've ever fucking seen in my goddamn life. Because he just, not just that, it gets worse because he shows him the clip, he shows him the video, then he turns around and at the end of the apology, he goes, well, I don't ever remember even pulling down my pants. The fuck you mean? He hid his girlfriend from you for a fucking reason. He might not say it to your face.
I probably would not start a podcast with a girlfriend. I think that's what I learned from the last
started
one.
with my fiance. Everybody's like, don't do it, bro.
Do you did it?
Yeah.
Where is she?
You want to know the truth?
Yeah.
I didn't want her to sit on this episode.
Where is she?
She just went to the gym. And that's just me being honest with you.
Why?
Do you want my honest answer?
Yeah.
Well, quite frankly, I was very scared of you. I didn't know which direction you were going to take this, and I didn't want my poor fiance to get just destroyed. Because you're comedically way better than me.
That's not true at all, dude.
Bro, I showed you a picture of her, and you said she wouldn't be with you unless you were where you're at. And I was like, that's true. It's true.
It's a fucking joke.
He might keep it to the hush to himself, but everybody fucking knows. It wasn't due to the fact that everybody was thinking that you were going to clown on her.
But I do have receipts, and I have the clip as well.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, oh no, I have receipts. I just didn't want to do that. Wasn't my whole like.
Let's move on from that. If I did, I did. I'm sorry.
No,
because
because
do it to make
are
people
questioning
uncomfortable
it.
and make it be funny.
Yeah, people were just making it seem like I was making it up and making these things up, and I wasn't grateful for the situation that I was in. And all I wanted to do, Bobby, was like, and I think me and you could see eye to eye on this. There's comedy that absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. And also it's just kind of
You
like
have a pudgy dick or?
No.
Okay.
It's
not long though.
It's long.
There's no way it's long.
I could show you.
I don't want to see it.
I mean, you grabbed it.
I didn't grab it. I didn't grab it. Let's move on. I probably would not start a
And again, he
podcast
still tries to
with a
claim they didn't grab his dick.
I think that's what I
There's
learned.
a lot of
started with
evidence
my
to support
fiance, everybody's like,
otherwise.
"Don't do it,
Do you did it?
Yeah.
Where's she?
Now, this clip right
you want to know
here
the truth?
Yeah.
I didn't want her to sit on this
is whenever he
episode.
talks
Where is
about
she?
his girlfriend,
She just went
and
to
he
the
starts talking about how
that's just me being honest with you.
she's not
Why?
there.
Do you want my
And
honest
with
answer?
him
Yeah.
asking why, you can tell that there's
Quite
a
frankly, I
little
was
bit
very
of like
scared of you.
anger
I didn't know which
or
direction you were going to take
frustration
this,
with him.
and I didn't want my
Look at
poor
the way he
fiance to
says
get
why.
just destroyed. Because you're
There's a little
you're
bit of frustration
comedically way
there,
better than me.
and
That's not
he
true at
ends
all, dude.
up-
Bro, I showed
What
you a
we're doing-
picture of her, and you
George
said
Janko makes
she wouldn't
saying
be
that
with
he
you
didn't
unless
want
you
him
were
to
where you're
clown
at.
on
And I
him.
was like,
It's a
that's
joke.
true.
I almost
It's
say the
true.
quiet
It's a
part like I
fucking
have
joke.
this whole fucking episode. He wanted to hide her because he was scared that Bobby Lee would try to touch her, and then shit would really go down. Because let me tell you something: you touch a guy's girl, then it's a fucking done deal. It's over. And then him denying that he ever pulled down his pants or remembers pulling down his pants is a habitual lie. And both of them are looking to try to expand on their career by saying, oh yeah, we patched things up. Come join us. That way he can end up getting a lot of Bobby Lee's subscribers and Bobby Lee can get a lot of his. That's fucked up. Don't be looking for your career first. Look for the right thing. Do the moral thing. That's the reason why, like, right now, if I wanted to, I could do something controversial like a lot of these stars do. Neon, all of these people, fucking Aiden Ross, do some kind of controversial bullshit And then that way I could blow up overnight. But no, because that's fucking wrong. That is actually wrong. You're looking for a career, you're not looking for the right thing. But until next time, y'all, stay blessed, peace out, and drop a like, subscribe, comment down below, and share. Until next time, y'all, stay blessed.
Where did you go?